city, yeah, we run the conversation. Silver and Black Talk got the whole nation waiting. Weekdays live, and you know how we go. This the Lunatic Raider Show. Tap in, we stay mobbing. Update the squad, break the news when it drops. Rumors, headlines, yeah, we covered a lot. 3 p.m. West, 6 p.m. East, we on go. This the Lunatic Raider Show. Raider Nation, let's roll. Pull up on the stream, yeah, the nation in the room. Silver and Black on my back like a full moon. Breaking news hit, we don't wait, we react. I'm the voice of the nation, put the truth on the map. From the locker room leaks to the rumors in the wind. If it's Raiders or Lions, then you know it's locked in. Monday through Friday, yeah, we cracking it live. Raider fans worldwide, all tapping in the vibe. Top your cars, Lunatic, got the city on tilt. Al Davis torch lit like a legacy built. Ain't no sugar coat, we keep it raw, keep it real. Silver helmets, black shields, that's the code, that's the feel. Hit the live stream, nation slide with the quickness. Every rival talk loud till they end up on the hit list. Rumor on the line, yeah, we break it with precision. Vim cut, stats up, every show's a new vision. Letters against the platform, the truth fits. We don't do soft takes, we deliver the real hits. From draft to the field, every play, every quote, we the pulse of the nation. Every hater gets smoked. 3 o'clock west, 6 o'clock on the east. When Lunatic Raiders speak, conversation increase. Put respect on the shield, this the nation's heartbeat. Silver and Black on the track with that West Coast heat. Raider Nation, stand tall, stay ready, stay bold. Catch us weekdays live, let the story unfold. From Vegas to the globe, let the whole world know you tuned in to the Lunatic Raider Show. And we mobbing.
have your attention, please? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome.
They're here.
Rise, my nation. Gather around and prepare. Our pride will be restored. Our shadow will fall with wicked damnation. Rise, my nation. Rise. This is your nation. This is our nation. This is the Raider Nation. Can you dig it?
What is the deal, Raider Nation? Welcome to another episode of the Lunatic Raider Show, right here on Raiders Allegiance, man. With yours truly, Lunatic Raider. As you can see, the voice is gone, man. A lot of hooping and hollering over the weekend, watching these fights. I'm gonna get it back though. Believe that, man. Fedora put them paws on Keith Thurman's jaw, bruh. And Adesanya, he lost too, man. So UFC didn't go well with what I was thinking could happen. And but we rocking and rolling with football. The Raiders do have top 30 visits. We're gonna do a brief breakdown of what do I have? I have how many let me see how many videos I got made for you guys breaking down these guys coming in. 3, 6. I got eight breakdowns of potential draft picks that the Raiders got coming in for top 30 different positions. The position is what I like to keep my eye on because that's letting us know exactly what it is the Raiders are targeting as far as the draft. Certain needs of a player, whether it's running back, wide receiver. We're getting a little dose of everything, so we kind of know what's going on. But first and only first, man, shout out to the world's most dangerous chat. Thank y'all for pulling up, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got the Raider Critique in the building, man. Salute to you. Appreciate you for coming up, man. For real, for real. We got, who else we got up in here? We got Raider Paul in the building, and he's dropping them things, man. Let me see if I can find the shizzy. Let's go.
You ready for this? We outside. This is my inside voice. Raiders!
And it's just like that.
Yes, indeed. We got Showcase Rule in the building, man. Salute to you, man. Following it up.
You ready for this? We outside. This is my inside voice. Raiders!
And it's just like that.
We got Raider BL in the building, man. Salute to you, my brother. Hope all is well with you. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Jack Gustavo in the building, man. Salute to you. Hope all is well. We in the building, man, on this Monday. You feel me? Yes, indeed. Let's see. The Raiders are doing everything great. And hey, that's facts, though. Hey, Spy Tech is doing this thing. Spy Tech knows what he's doing. And I'm listening to him and JT the Brick. He's breaking it down, letting it be known that they have a game plan. They have a blueprint. Now it's about going out there and fulfilling the blueprint and the game plan as far as how they're building this team. So everybody they're targeting is targeted for a reason. With Spy Tech, with Kubiak and all of them in the building, man, it's good to see. And then we're also hearing rumors that Brian Greasy, former quarterback of the Denver Broncos, we're actually working with Fernando Mendoza as far as getting the verbiage and the play calling of Kubiak's offense. That's a wonderful thing. Wonderful thing. So they're going to hit the ground running, man. And this kid is a bright kid, so I expect him to get a grasp of the offense by the time the rookie minicamp comes, which is at the what is it, the first week of May? First week of May is the rookie mini camp after the draft. It's going to be very interesting. So get him implemented, especially with all the new draft picks coming in, because we still haven't got to that part yet of knowing exactly who we're selecting and at what position of need. So, hey, it's going down, boy, and I can't wait to see it, man. For real, for real. Let me see. My 2 cents in the building, man. Salute to you. Hope all is well with you. Alec M is in the building, man. You already know what it is, brother.
Ready for this? We outside. This is my inside voice. Raiders!
And it's just like that.
Raiders Syndicate in the building too, man. Salute to you. Has returned. Hey, what it do, man? Hey, you finally returned. About time they let you out. I know them 3 hots in the cot ain't cool, man. Yeah, shout out to you, man. Thank you for pulling up. Man, shout out to everybody out there, man. We're gonna go dive into it, man. We got some videos that I broke down as far as an overview of the player, strengths, weaknesses, and everything that they come in as prospects out of college. Some good ones. We got some prospects that's coming in for top 30 that you can tell are going to be later in the draft. These guys will probably be special teamers. Some guys you might not even draft them because they might be there as undrafted free agents after the draft. So it's going to be very interesting how the chips fall, but there's a lot of insight as far as what positions the Raiders are looking at to fulfill within the draft and the 10 picks that we do have. So without further delay, man, we're going to jump right into it. No particular order, but we're just going to get into it, man. First up, we're going to do Jack Dingle, linebacker out of Cincinnati. Had good size, but I'll let the breakdown do its thing for you, man. So without further delay, let me shut this down real quick. So without further delay, man, this is Jack Dingle, linebacker, Cincinnati Bearcats. Let's go.
Jack Dingle is a tall, physical off-ball linebacker prospect with good size at 6'4", 240 pounds, and a productive recent resume for Cincinnati. On Cincinnati's 2025 roster, he's listed as a redshirt senior, and ESPN's player page shows he posted 25 solo tackles and 3 sacks in the 2025 season. Cincinnati's official roster bio also notes he previously started 11 of 12 games at middle linebacker and recorded 53 tackles, 5 TFLs, 1 sack, and 2 fumble recoveries in an earlier season, which points to real experience and steady involvement in the middle of the defense. Dingle looks like a developmental NFL linebacker with appealing size, toughness, and inside linebacker experience. His frame and production suggest a player who can help against the run, take on contact, and give a defense
If you guys, my bad, y'all, I had to go get my dog and put him up, man, because if you don't keep eyes on him, he's treacherous. He gets to chewing on everything. God dang it. But yeah, man, Jack Dingle, nice size at 6'4", has a frame where you could put more weight on him, but has experience playing inside linebacker as well as out. A good prospect. Nothing to really like a top tier pick, but somebody to add depth. I'll throw him in the same categories as the Berg boys, Eichenberg and them. So, yeah, we'll see. Like I said, top 30 visits. I don't really pay attention to the players. I pay attention to the position, because that's basically, because if that player is not there and they're looking at linebackers, then we know linebacker is on the menu. Not necessarily Jack Dingle, but the position itself. So that's one thing we got to pay attention to. All right, next up, man, we're going to knock this out quick. Next up on one of the top 30 prospects we have is Dalen Everett, who is a cornerback out of Georgia, 6'1", 196 pounds, coming off a season of having 41 tackles, no sacks, Pass defended was 8, which is impressive. 8 defended passes with one interception, man. So without further delay, man, let's get into it, man. Dalen Everett, cornerback, Georgia Bulldogs. Oh, there go another Bulldog.
Dalen Everett is a smooth athlete with good size, length, and foot agility as an inside-outside option. Everett started 41 games at Georgia, including several high-leverage affairs. He's well-built with run-through pop when he wants to dial it up. He's controlled and patient from press, forcing wider release stems, and does a nice job of mirroring breaks when in phase. Everett appears to lack makeup speed and sudden acceleration from transitions, so when he gets behind, he tends to stay behind. He's willing in run support, but is more of a drag-down tackler. Everett's traits are differentiators, but he might lack stickiness against NFL quickness and speed. Strengths: sturdy, thick boundary cornerback with good length. Stays square and waits for release declaration from press. Effective reading and jumping routes from short zones. Agile feet create efficient footwork in pattern matching. Anticipates breaks and blankets comebacks from tight man. Had interceptions in each of the last 2 SEC title games. Presses the line and sets the edge when uncovered. Weaknesses: allows too many easy pitch and catch throws in front of him. Average acceleration out of transitions. Lacks desired recovery speed when beaten. Grabs and holds become easy calls. Needs better breakdown and control as an open field tackler. Drag down tackler with consistently high entry points.
And there you go there, with a cornerback out of Georgia. Now, when you hear the strengths and weaknesses, of course, everybody has weaknesses, but that's why coaching is a very pivotal point in the NFL to make sure you get good talent, but you can bring the best out of them and correct their wrongs. So I'm looking forward to seeing what exactly the Raiders do have in store in the draft, because these are just guys they want to talk to, that they probably do have an eye on, but you got to gauge the draft and understand where will these guys fall to or rise to depending on their status. So without further delay, man, we're going to keep it moving, man. Of course, here's a name that everybody knows of. We just seen him with Fernando Mendoza in the national championship. And it's Kalen Black, running back, Indiana, at 5'10", 210 pounds. He had 186 carries for 1,040 yards with a 5.6 average with 10 touchdowns on the season for the Indiana Hoosiers, who won the national championship this year, coming behind Mr. Fernando Mendoza. You feel me? So without further delay, man, let's get into it. Kalen Black, running back, Indiana. Let's go.
Kalen Black is a get-what-is-blocked runner with good size and above-average aggression as a finisher. Black split carries in Indiana's downhill attack and generally kept the run on its designed track. He lacks an ideal burst and utilizes too many stutter steps in processing the run lane while headed to the hole. He's not elusive inside, but will add yards with his tackle-breaking and fall-forward running style. Black is a grinder with below-average third-down value, but he could create competition for an RB 3 or 4 role in camp. Strengths: foot stays heavy on the gas pedal when hitting the hole. Physical into contact and usually falls forward for yards. Loads lead shoulder to batter tacklers on second and third levels. Strong hips allow him to pull through tacklers. Keeps his feet chopping and churning. Needs technique work, but is willing in protection. Weaknesses: running style is more segmented than fluid. Lacks imagination and creativity between the tackles. Drops eyes and charges forward instead of searching for cuts. Very little pass-catching production at Indiana.
Now that's some of the weaknesses. That's definitely, if we do bring him in, is going to have to be addressed. As far as not willing to take cuts, you're going to have to be patient in this offense behind this offensive line running the zone, because just like we seen Seattle last year with Kenneth Walker III, his patience was crazy because he just waited and waited and waited, and once that hole developed, boom, he hit it. That's what Black is going to have to learn how to do. Be patient. Be patient. Use your full vision, whether it's peripheral or central, but you want to be able to see everything, because once that develops, you got to be able to come off the hip of that offensive lineman and hit that hole going full steam. You know what I mean? But I mean, it's nothing to learn once you repetition is everything to develop muscle memory in doing that, so it's no longer a second thought of oh, I need to go now. You know what I mean? It's just gonna come natural, but you just have to keep going through the reps, and not bringing him in as a number one running back is key, because we already have Genty. So that's another thing. Okay, next up on our list, man, of a top 30 visit is Chris McClellan, defensive tackle out of Missouri, 6'4", 313 pounds. This past season, he was all SEC. This year he had 48 tackles with 6 sacks. Interior lineman. You know what I mean? And so this is telling me, yes, we're gonna look DT in those tackles as well. But this is what we're looking at. We're starting with on the defense. It's got to be in the trenches. So without further delay, man, this is Chris McClellan, defensive tackle, Missouri. Let's go.
Chris McClellan is a 2-year starter who is solidly proportional with adequate length. McClellan is not a natural knee bender, which limits his anchor, and he allows blockers too far into his frame too often. He has flashes where he can dominate a rep, but he will need to improve his take-on technique and hand usage to be more consistent. His first step is average, and his pass rush isn't overly explosive, but McClellan can pry open edges with strong hands. He plows through to collapse pockets once his foot is in the door and projects as a backup nose tackle in an even front defense. Strengths: has some of the biggest hands in the draft class. Controlled the line of scrimmage against Texas A&M. At his best when he punches and plays quickly off blocks. Good reactive quickness in tackling his gaps. Prees open rush edges with combative hands. Powers through block redirection despite his lack of bend. Nimble to finish the sack once he's inside the pocket. Weaknesses: inconsistent in punching, pressing, and controlling the block. Fails to reset hands and reclaim top positioning when needed. Lacks knee bend to anchor down against downhill double teams. Allows blockers to sustain and maintain for too long. Below average get off into gaps and as a rusher. Tall pad level diminishes effectiveness of counters.
And that's another prospect right there. As we know, pay attention to the position, not the player, because you're not always going to be able to get the player you want, but you can get the position you want. So it's going to be very interesting. I've seen somebody talk about Najee Harris as running back. I would love him. But the thing is with Najee is it was an Achilles injury or ACL. If it's an Achilles, what tends to happen with Achilles injuries is you lose explosiveness. But we don't need him to be a number one back. But if he does regain form of what he once was, coming from Pittsburgh, where 4 consecutive years he had over 1,000 yards rushing, that is something that we can use. Keep those chains moving, especially at the end of the game, protect the lead, run the ball. What we're going to do on this offense is run, take a shot. Run over the middle. Run. You know what I mean? We're going to run teams down. We're going to run them down. So right now they have what their focus is on target-wise is developing a running back room who can consistently go out there regardless who's out there, can continue get the chain still moving and get positive gainage on the ground. So that's very important. We already know we added a fullback when it comes to Connor Hayward. From Pittsburgh, it would be interesting if to see exactly how they implement him all the way. I know some blocking, but you got to run him out the backfield, involve him in the passing game, because I've seen with Pittsburgh, this is something that is one of his strengths, like the passing game. So I can't wait to see how this running back room develops. With that, let's go on, man. Next up, man, we're going to go on to wide receiver, Jeremy Bernard, wide receiver out of Alabama. He was formerly with Washington Huskies. That has a wide receiver by the name of Denzel Boston. This kid leaves Washington to go off to Alabama, and his numbers is just almost equally impressive as what Boston's is this past year with Washington. You have a guy that's 6'1", 206 pounds. His stats for this past season, he had 64 receptions, with 862 yards with a 13.5 yard average and 7 touchdowns on top of that. So without further delay, man, here is Jeremy Bernard, wide receiver, Alabama.
Bernard is a versatile wideout with ascending production over the last 3 years. He has good size, accelerates to top speed quickly, and is a smooth route runner with well-disguised breaks and clean footwork getting in and out. He can line up outside or in the slot and is capable of running a full route tree across all 3 levels. He has impressive run-after-catch ability. Bernard's second gear as a field stretcher is fairly ordinary, and he doesn't always play to his size when it's time to compete for catch space. Bernard projects as an above-average wide receiver 2 or wide receiver 3. Strengths: good size, big hands, and inside-outside versatility. Tempo alterations help to bypass and separate from coverage. Able to drop hips and quickly snap off curls comebacks. Smooth strider with steady turnover working through zone. Gets through route transitions smoothly and at top speed. Above average focus and footwork near the sideline. Weaponized as a utility option out of the backfield. Plus field vision and cut quickness when the ball is in his hands. Weaknesses: needs better physicality and hand fighting to defeat press. Accelerates quickly but isn't a vertical burner. Positioning would benefit from quicker adjustments. Needs to become more consistently competitive for catch space. Most drops come when working into the hashes. Average feel for coverage positioning on zone beaters.
And there you have it with him. Like they said, more likely a wide receiver 2 or a wide receiver 3. So that's where you can see the aspect of him and what the Raiders will see him as. So that's a wide receiver there. But they're not done looking at wide receivers. We know wide receiver, especially a wide receiver 1, definitely. Now we're going to get into some names that's higher tier. Most likely you'll see in the second, third round. My prediction is the Raiders will trade back in the second round. They will trade back from their second round pick. They did it last year. This pick will have more value than the one they had last year, but I can see them trading back, getting more picks because there's a lot of things that they see in this draft. Depth-wise, there's a lot of receivers, a lot of defensive linemen, a lot of linebackers. So offensive lineman is not nothing, or is not anything that is stands out like, oh, we got a left tackle that's top 10 rated. No, it's not. You're not going to find that. You're going to find more offensive tackles that are said to be better slotted for guard. Like how we're saying about DJ Glaze. You're going to get a lot of them in this draft early on. So without further delay, man, let's keep it moving. Next up, that was Jeremy Bernard, wide receiver, Alabama. Next up, we're going to get into the big uglies, like they say, another defensive lineman. Now, this is going to be one of the top tier ones coming out of Ohio State that the Raiders could be eyeing, which we know they are because they're bringing them for a visit. Caden McDonald. Caden McDonald, remember that name. This guy is got awards and highlights, ridiculous. So you figure he was unanimous All-American in 2025. He was a CFP national champion, of course, when in 2024 with Ohio State. Big Ten Defensive Lineman of the Year in 2025, and first team All Big Ten this year as well. At 6'2", 326 pounds, it's a guy that probably can come in and play nose at 326. Another 4 pounds, he's 330. You know what I mean? He get on a regiment, NFL regiment. But without further delay, man, let's see the breakdown. Listen to the breakdown of Caden McDonald, defensive tackle, Ohio State. Let's go.
Caden McDonald is a talented run defender. McDonald plays with natural leverage and rattles pads with his initial contact. He's quick to locate ball carriers, play off of blocks, and rally to the action. His technique is a bit underdeveloped, and he's not a natural drain clogger against double teams, but he still managed an unusually high tackle rate as an interior defender. Quicker hand strikes should allow for more efficient reps and earlier wins at the point. He offers limited rush value, so his money will be made by giving grief to centers and guards as an even front nose tackle with starting potential. Strengths: rare tackle TFL production for an interior defender. Built with well-proportioned thickness. Jolts blockers with his knockback power. Uses leverage to pierce gaps and disrupt play design. Excellent run game recognition from early in the snap. Fights to maintain run fits against wide zone blocking schemes. Plays around blocks with his eyes to locate and track ball carriers. Makes accurate shed choices to defend both gaps. Very good change of direction quickness in small spaces. Weaknesses. More of an ooze rusher than a pocket collapser. Doesn't gain enough width on lateral slide steps to threaten edges as a rusher. Displaced up to 3 yards by hip-to-hip blocks. Plays with slow power, making it tougher to quickly shed. Delayed in activating hands and getting them into blockers.
And there you have it with him. Once again, that's Caden McDonald, Ohio State defensive tackle. So they were looking interior. That's the second defensive tackle that they got coming in for a visit. So, like I said, pay attention to the position. Position is going to let us be able to read what exactly the Raiders are looking forward for in this draft. So we're knowing there's going to be wide receivers. There's especially defensive linemen, whether it's defensive end, defensive tackle, linebacker. We're seeing it, and we're not done yet. There's more to go. So let's go. Next up on the list is Mitchell Melton, who is a defensive end from Virginia, an accredited defensive lineman as well, with a good frame at 6'4", 256 pounds. He was All ACC honorable mention in 2025. He had the Lombardi Award mid-season watch in 2025. ACC Defensive Lineman of the Week in 2025 in both September 30th and October 8th of this past season, with tackles of 45 tackles, 5 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, and 1 interception as a defensive end for Virginia. I think he transferred over to Virginia from Ohio State, if I'm correct. I think he transferred to Virginia from Ohio State. Can't remember, man, but here's a brief breakdown of him and what he brings to the NFL level.
Mitchell Melton is a sturdy edge defender with NFL size at 6'4", 256 pounds, who brought power conference pedigree to Virginia after beginning his career at Ohio State. In 2025, he became one of UVA's most productive frontline defenders, generating 53 pressures, which Virginia says ranked 10th among Power 4 defenders, while also posting a 77.9 run defense grade per PFF. ESPN also lists his 2025 production at 18 solo tackles, 5 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, and 1 interception, which supports the profile of a disruptive, effort-driven edge prospect. Strengths. Melton's best-selling points are his size, power, and disruptive ability off the edge. The pressure total jumps out because it suggests he consistently affected quarterbacks even beyond the sack numbers. He also flashed playmaking value with multiple sacks, forced fumbles, pass breakups, and even an interception, which points to active hands and good awareness around the football. Virginia's official bio also notes he earned team recognition as the Defensive Impact Player Award winner after the 2025 season, reinforcing how important he was to their defense. Weaknesses. Melton still looks more like a mid to late round depth edge prospect than a polished top-tier pass rusher. While the production is solid, the publicly available profile does not strongly show elite bend or rare explosiveness, so some teams may view him as more of a power-based rotational end than a true high-end speed threat. That part is an inference from his listed production and role rather than a direct scouting report, so it should be treated as a projection rather than a confirmed consensus.
And that is that for him, defensive end. Jack Kennard said he's one of the defensive linemen that the Raiders got their eyes on. Defensive ends are linemen. Not interior defensive linemen, but linemen on the edge as DEs. So with that, yeah, that's another guy, like they said, great NFL size. Just another guy that they plan on bringing in and talking to for their top 30, man. So we're knowing exactly what they're keying in on. And we're not done yet. Here's the last one I'm going to do for today. Then I'm going to get up out of here. This one, and this is a name that a lot of us been hearing and been wanting, is Denzel Boston, wide receiver, Washington. 6'4", 212 pounds. Nice size target for Fernando Mendoza to target. Coming off an all Big Ten 2025 season. He has 62 receptions with 881 yards Average of 14.2 yards of reception with 11 TDs coming out of Washington, man. And that's crazy because he was there at the same time that the other wide receiver from Indiana transferred from Washington to Indiana. So they were there. And so dude ran off and became a main factor for Alabama and T.J. Simpson, the best quarterback in the draft. Let's go, man. This is Denzel Boston, man. Let's get it.
Denzel Boston is a 2-year starter with elite ball skills that should supersede athletic speed limitations. A Puka Nakua comparison might feel strong, but like Nakua, Boston enters the draft with speed separation concerns and outstanding competitive toughness. Boston gets off the line with a good burst and maintains his top speed throughout the route. He could have issues beating the press, but releases can also be schemed. He's very skilled when it comes to winning jump balls and contested throws. Boston also knows how to win in the red zone. Acclimating to NFL competition could take a year, but Boston has the makeup to become a productive possession target with above-average red zone value, strengths, good early acceleration, and plays faster than timed speed. Runs routes with good fluidity, big-bodied target who plays to his size. Leans on defenders without sacrificing catch readiness. Scored 20 TDs over the last 2 seasons, proving himself a red zone mismatch. Pro-caliber ball skills with elite hand strength to finish. Extends for off-frame throws with a spider web-like catch radius. Ball tracking and adjustment timing are top-notch. Competitive and strong with his run-after-catch ability. Weaknesses. Production dipped when the competition level rose. Press release is linear and will give NFL CBs opportunities to get their hands on him. Flashes an early burst but lacks a true second gear. Routes lose steam when he digs his foot in on route turns. Earned separation closes as the route progresses. Might need formation help and stacks motion to free his releases.
And there you have it in Denzel Boston. That would be a wonderful, wonderful combination to add with Fernando Mendoza. But what's going to have to happen, and I predict the Raiders will trade back from 2. They're going to have to trade up from 2 to get him into like around, I don't know, I did some mock drafts. Boston was there on a couple other times, but if you really want him, you can't risk it. You're going to have to move up some way, somehow. You know what I mean? To go from that second back into the first round, which you're not far away. I think you got the 4th pick in the second round. To package something up with that to move up. Yeah, don't be surprised. And this is going to be crazy to say, if one of our current wide receivers are on the move. Now, I'm just going to tell you, if one of our wide receivers is on the move in a trade, just to, you know what I mean? Just to try to sweeten the ante, if that's how you're supposed to say it. But yeah, man, so yeah, Denzel Boston, I like, large target, got a range of catching the ball, man. So Mike G in the building, man. What it is, salute to you. Good to see you, man. Hope all is well. Man, we got everybody up in here, man. 93 Nav in the building, man. Salute. Bud Clark, hey, you know what? Before we get up out of here, let's do a quick mock draft real quick, man. I want to see something. Because one that I did before the show, I got Bud Clark. I got Bud Clark. Safety. So let's try this. We gonna do a motherfucking fracking mock draft. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're gonna do it fast, though. We're gonna do it fast, y'all. Hold on. Let me get this thing. Yada. Bam. 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 Yeah, what you thought it was? What you thought it was? Did I want to do that like that? I don't know what I want to do that like that. I want to do it like this. Do you think we could take it on the side on the thing? Bam. Do you want to do it big like that? We're going to do it like that. We're going to... Let me quit. Talking like I'm Caucasian. All right, shout out to everybody. Pull it up, man. We're going to do a mock draft. I'm just curious to see how this shit going to fall, bruh. So, I'm gonna do it on speed dial. Let's start this shit. All right. We know Fernando, but see this is why I've been talking. But we're gonna go Fernando. But I'm just saying, you got the Jets willing to give 2-16-33 in next year's second round pick. I'm not doing no trades. Everybody want that number one trade, and you got teams giving up some. Is it? You feel me? Salute to everybody out there, man. I see y'all, man. SoCal Sal in the building. So our first pick, of course, is Fernando Mendoza. Now, we gonna check. Nope, we're not doing no trades. Now, let's check wide receiver. I'm gonna go defensive tackle because the dude Max from Arizona State, big dude, Denzel Boston. Oh, there you go. Would you take Denzel Boston in the second round with your pick for Mendoza? See, this is the way it fell. So even though he's not ranked high, I don't want to miss out on that. Denzel Boston. What y'all say? Denzel Boston with the second pick. I'm doing Denzel Boston, bro. I'm gonna give. I know this is kind of like a little bit of reach, but we need a number one wide receiver. And if the longer you go, the more that you're not gonna find a number one wide receiver. So we're gonna do that. So Denzel Boston, wide receiver from Washington, is what we're doing. He said no, yes. Second round pick. No, I don't want to trade. Okay, we're back at it again. Round 3, 67. Now, where is the I'm going defensive tackle, of course. Christian Miller out another. Here go another dog. To go with them Georgia Bulldogs. I hate the way they do their thing now. 6'4", 305. Defensive tackle out of Georgia. So I'm gonna do it. I'm not tripping off of him. Where's the other defensive tackle that broke his foot? I don't see him. I'm gonna give another dog. I'm gonna do like Philadelphia did when they put all the Bulldogs, all them Georgia guys together, and you see what they got on defense when they did that shit. So Nakobe Dean, Quay Walker, and you add defensive tackle Christian Miller with Eric Stokes, Bulldog. Oh, let me not forget about Bowers, but that's offense on defense. So we're going to have some dogs. You said no to Caleb Banks? Oh, yeah, Caleb Banks, if he was there in the 6th round, I might, or 4th round. One of our 4th round picks I would probably do. I'm going defensive tackle Georgia. Yes, we got to have a monster. We got a number one wide receiver. We got a defensive tackle, 3rd round. 4th round is where we're going to kick some ass. 4th round is where we're going to kick some ass. Now, let's see. Linebacker, Deontay Lawson. 6'2", 228 pounds. That's more of a I'm not really impressed with that one though. But running back. Oh, is this my running back right here? We're in the 4th round. We got 3 4th round picks. 5'11", 217. Caden Allen. I know we looked at Black at Indiana. Corners, we pretty much know our starting corners. I'm not gonna do. Oh shit, this dude name is Michael Trigg. Shout out to my homeboy Trigg. Man, can't wait till they free you, bruh. Man. Do we go corner? What's this, 6 foot, 188? Malik Muhammad. What was his stats? His 84.3 for his ADP at round 3. His projection was round 3. We get him in round 4. Do we need to go corner? We're going corner. I know we got more picks though in the 4th round. Let's see. Offensive tackle. Do we go offensive tackle to shore up this offensive line? 6'6", 314, Austin Barber. Austin Barber out of Florida. Austin Barber is one of the most seasoned 2026 NFL Draft offensive line prospects. Entering the 2025 season, he started 26 total games at the CFB level with reps at both left and right tackle. So he can play both left and right tackle. I think, and right now he's the best available right now of need, like I always say. And he added 12 more starts at left tackle in his final season. So he could play both. Good size, great size. 6'6", 314 pounds. What about his quickness? A level of comfort, pass protection, few ascending offensive tackles can match. At 6'5", 314 pounds, with stellar length and proportional mass, Barber passes the ideal size thresholds, and he's an explosive, nimble athlete who covers ground with ease. We're going offensive tackle. We're going to make sure Mendoza can get these passes off to Denzel Boston. So we're going to go Austin Barber, Florida, offensive tackle, and he can play both left and right tackle. Done deal. Next up, did I go corner? I don't think I did corner. Devin Moore, corner. Tight end, no. QB, no. Offensive guard, no. No center, cornerback. Let me see if I can find, because I said I want to go running back 4th round to get Genty a running mate. Kentucky, Seth McGowan, Nicholas Singleton from Penn State. I think Singleton is the one. Yep, Singleton is the one. 6 foot, 226. I think he won that. What was his 40 time? Let me see. Let me make sure. What was Nicholas Singleton, running back from Penn State's 40 time?
Nicholas Singleton, the Penn State running back, has a 40-yard dash time.
That's him. This running back has a 4.35 40, and we're talking about 6 foot, 226 pounds. This will be a perfect combination with Genty. He's a little bit bigger, weight-wise, 6 foot, 226, but a 4.35 40. Once he gets through that hole, he can be gone. So this is the running back with the 3rd, 4th round pick in the draft. We're gonna go with Nicholas Singleton, running back, Penn State. Bam. I think I'm gonna get a raise for this shit. The Raiders, nope, we're not trading. Now we're in the 5th round. Now we can go ahead and go grab some shit. So let's go to all. I'm not going quarterback. Damn, all the quarterbacks is left. Drew Aller. No, fuck that. DT. Another linebacker. I got one linebacker. Did I get it? I don't think I grabbed one. What is the make on 6'2", 242? Jack Kelly is a mid to late round linebacker prospect, the 2026 NFL draft with clear run and chase value and a track record of production. He began his career at Weber State in 2021. That's Ogden, Utah, for those that don't know. Weber State, home of Damian Lillard. It was a standout for the Wildcats across the 2022 and 2023 seasons. After a 2023 campaign that saw him put up 10.5 sacks. So in 2023, this linebacker had 10.5 sacks. 12 sacks and 12 tackles for loss. He transferred to BYU and picked up where he left off. God dang. This is a name to keep your eye on. Across 2 seasons with the Cougars, Kelly totaled 106 tackles, 15 sacks, and 23.5 tackles for loss. At 6'2", 240 pounds, with 31 and an eighth arms, Kelly has above average size to pair with swimming sideline to sideline range and near elite on attack explosion. He plays within tenacious pace and physicality and weaponizes that unhinged motor. So he has one of the motors like you know what this sounded kind of to me. Hey, I'm telling you, he's not the same size as Max, but he has some Max qualities. Max qualities had a motor. He had like sacks and tackles for loss. This sounds like Max Crosby. If I didn't know this guy's name and they told me this coming from and did the same thing at BYU when he transferred, we don't know exactly what the future has in store for Max Crosby. Let's keep it a buck. We know he's here this year, but we don't know what happens after that. And I think the Raiders should play it smart and get guys in here that can also provide production at the same position at DE. If we do move on from Max, what if Max gets traded after this season when he shows off he's healthy, the knee is good, then people's going to come back with that 2 first-round pick. What if he is top 3 in sacks in the league this year? You know what I mean? If somebody comes along with, now they're going to have to do 2 firsts and maybe a second if he comes out the gate and just kills it. You know what I mean? So, but the Raiders do need to think in advance. Life without Max, because that day will come. I'm not saying it's going to happen now, but that day will come where there is no Max Crosby. We damn near had it happen this year. So what do the Raiders do? I tell you what the Raiders do. They go out there and get a guy that possibly can get you the same kind of production. Not what he does now, but develop into that as far as production-wise. Never will be Max. Never will he be Max, but he definitely can be Jack Kelly. Jack Kelly, BYU linebacker, he's a Raider. Next pick. Defensive tackle, wide receiver, nope. Guard. Should we get a guard? Because right now at guard, we got JPJ, got Meredith coming back. You have Caleb Rogers. That's 3 guards. Who else do you have? Oh, and the guard, which from the 49ers ain't that great when it comes to pass protection. Run protection is what he's good. Blocking in the run, yes, he's good at that. But pass protection, no. Spencer Burden, I think his name is, or I can't remember. I think that's what his name is. Let me see what this guard is right here, though. Guard out of Auburn, Jeremiah Wright. I'm not drafting him yet. Let's see what kind of size and speed he has. He's a big dude, 6'4", 340. How athletic is he? Because that's a lot of man. That's a lot of girth. Or as other people will say, that's a lot of thickness. Pause. When you want to stop your show because you got to go pee and don't want to miss what happened. That's when you pause. Jeremiah Wright, let me see. As a scheme-specific guard prospect in the 2026 NFL Draft. He was a 2-way high school player who took reps at both offensive and defensive tackle. And initially, Auburn planned to develop him at DT. He spent 2020 as a reserve DT and spent 2021 rehabbing from surgery and shifted back to offensive line ahead of the 2022 season. What is his footwork, though? Does he have good footwork? His quickness? He had a 2024 and 25 earning a Senior Bowl invite at 6'5", 331 pounds with near 34-inch arms. Now, 34-inch arms is damn good arm length for an offensive lineman to get that punch, on the defensive lineman. Most prevalent strength of weight of Wright's profile is his sheer size. Contact authority and power. His wide set frame presents a challenge for rushes attempting to work across the face, and when Wright is able to latch and set his base, he has elite anchor in core strength. Wait a minute, I don't know what's his quickness. In a phone booth, he has an incredible. I need quickness, athleticism. Uh, Wright isn't a bad athlete, but his top end range has a visible cap, and his flexibility is average at best. He has a decent technique. But we do offensive linemen. We trying to keep Mendoza and get this run game cracking, and we need guys potential. I'm gonna take the guard. I'm gonna take an offensive guard, man. It's we in the 6th round. All right, next up. Let me see who else. So now let's start experimenting. I didn't go edge. Now he got a good frame at 6'5", 250. Vincent Anthony, but what do they say? Vincent Anthony is a developmental edge. This is what you do in the 6th round is find developments. Edge prospect set to garner interest in the mid to late rounds of the 2026 NFL Draft. Anthony joined the Blue Devils as a 4-star recruit in 2022 and proceeded to start 12 of 13 games played in his true freshman season. What he said, in 2025, Anthony logged 7.5 sacks and 13 tackles for loss, earning a PFSN Edge impact score of 74.5. Anthony's pass rush element isn't as consistent as his raw production would indicate per who? Oh, per True Media, he had a 25% conversion rate on pressures, but only achieved a true drop back pressure rate of 7.2%. But he's a project. Edge rushers. We need to keep this off the defensive line going. I'm going to go him because I don't want to do no reaches. Tight end, I'm not tripping off of. Especially this late. So we're going to go edge. And then the last pick, 7th round, I will take, there's nothing but wide receivers left. Who do we need to take a chance with? I did linebacker, did that. Defensive tackle. Safety. Let's look at a safety from Oregon. Let's go Ducks. 5'11", 185, but they don't have nothing written up on them. I'm going to go safety. It could be special teams, if anything. So safety out of Oregon. And that is finito for today. What time is it? I know I'm running late. Damn, 3:55. Great show, y'all. Great show, man. Let me get this off of here real quick. Bingo. So, let me show y'all what the final damage was. Damn. First round, Fernando Mendoza. Then we came behind it with Denzel Boston, wide receiver, Washington. Then we came with Christian Miller, defensive tackle, Georgia. Malik Muhammad, cornerback, Texas. Austin Barber, offensive tackle, Florida. Nicholas Singleton, running back, Penn State. Jack Kelly, linebacker, BYU. Jeremiah Wright, offensive guard, Auburn. Vincent Anthony Jr., edge, Duke. And Jaden Kennedy, safety, Oregon. So they did go predominantly defense. Let me see what I do. Defensive tackle, cornerback, linebacker, edge, safety. So out of the 10 picks, 5 of them were defense, and the other 5, of course, Mendoza, Denzel Boston. Then we went offensive tackle, running back, and offensive guard. So that's our 10 picks. We split it down the middle. Will the Raiders do this in the draft? I don't know. I just was trying to go for need, but I wasn't trying to reach for need. I wanted to go best available of need. Since we had some needs on here, I think that scores offensive line solidified. Quarterback future solidified. Number 1 wide receiver solidified. Running mate with Genty, bigger back, physical back with speed solidified. defense, we look at it at that aspect. Interior defensive lineman, defensive tackle, cornerback, linebacker, edge rusher, safety. So we took care of defensive line with defensive tackle, linebacker, edge. We went edge, yep. Defensive tackle, edge with a safety and a corner. So I think we did solid. I wish they graded this shit. I know the other one's great, but with that being said, man, you guys enjoy your Monday. Be safe out there. Make it back home to your loved ones, man. And man, I appreciate the kind words, man. Tubby Chile, salute to you, man. I just try to give y'all some content with some informative information. Since every day we get closer to the draft. Every day. April's gonna be here faster than you know it, and them weeks is gonna come off the calendar. Boom, 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 boom. The first, what is Wednesday? Wednesday's the first. That will be Fernando Mendoza's pro day. We will be talking about it. I'll have some footage for you from his pro day, and just get some intake when they interview him, talk to him, what he's saying. But I want to see his connection with his wide receivers, because this is why he says he's doing it a pro day and not throwing at the combine. He wants to give his guys shine. That's the most selfless thing you can do. It's not about me, it's about my teammates. And that's what kind of quarterback you need to lead this team back to where we need to be, and that's slapping the shit out of motherfuckers. So with that being said, man, I'm Lunatic Raider. You have been watching the Lunatic Raider Show. We will be back tomorrow, same Raider time, same Raider channel, right here on Raiders Allegiance, man. So with that being said, man, like I always say about this time, I'm out this B-I-H. Ha-ha! Go Raiders!
Yeah. It's more than football, this family. This legacy. Raiders Allegiance. A Paper Hound Entertainment production.